I'm recording. Okay, intros. How do intros work? Hello and welcome, people, the two people that are listening to this podcast series, to episode 3, but technically chapter 4. I'm gonna lose count of these. For Murky number 7 for Redeye Airwaves. Our fifth compatriot, Chewie, was consumed by ghouls and may or may not be given back to us next week in like a bin of scraps and bits and limbs and such. So it's just us for this episode. We are reviewing. What was the name of the chapter? Oh fuck.
It was chapter 4.
The Sinner. Yeah.
Chapter 4 specifically.
Who
Because
got
it comes after
thoughts?
chapter 3. Honestly, the hottest chapter so far.
Hot.
Oh
What
god.
what makes it hot?
No, that is honestly a joke. I've got nothing there.
I mean,
Oh,
did the
you
master
weren't
like
gonna
beat up?
say that
Did
it started with the shower scene?
Yeah, the master
Oh,
was like
yeah,
spraying
okay.
Murky, being like, "Bad dog." So sprays him some more. Bad dog. Sprays him some more.
It's the Philly
Yeah.
weather. It's too hot and humid.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I can't believe someone would do that to someone. It's very rude, honestly. But honestly,
I'm
sorry.
almost starting to feel. I'm almost starting to feel a little bad for this Murky fellow.
I don't think you're supposed to feel bad for him.
Yeah, I mean, he was beaten, abused, like.
No, you keep forgetting he's a Pegasus. He's a Pegasus.
Oh, that's right.
See?
So never mind. He deserves it.
He does deserve.
I forgot the moral story of this is just racism.
It's good. You forgot the second part.
Honestly, this was the most racist chapter. It's like, it's like the guy the master takes. What was his name? Redeye. Redeye takes Murky on a tour through the entire place, and everyone there is racist against Pegaslave.
That's not Redeye. That's the master. So there's
The master.
Redeye. So Redeye's the master of all Philadelphia. Then we have the master. The master's the master of some raiders in Murky. Then we have Protege, and Protege is also the master of Murky. So we do have like a
And the master
rotating
of the
cast.
master. Protege is the master of the master.
No.
Can't forget that.
Redeye is the master of Protege.
Yes, and
they're kind of on equal
Protege
footing.
is the master of the master because the master works for Protege.
Yeah, okay, I understand.
Right.
So we have the master who's the master of the master, who's the master of the master.
Yes.
Who's the master of Murky? Yes.
And Murky's the master of none, but
I mean, he's the master of his pornographic art collection. Let's be fair, which apparently was confiscated and then evaluated by Protege.
He really gets his shit kicked in about that. Like, everybody is commenting on his fucking porn. By the end of this book, like, literally everybody and their mother will have looked at Murky's porn stash.
It's the one comedic relief bit in the story in order to relieve some tension.
Yeah, that's fair, yeah.
Honestly, yeah, you can mention you're not wrong.
Would have been nice to have a few more, though, honestly.
I mean, where's Murky getting his shit kicked in? That's pretty funny.
That's always funny, yeah.
Yeah, it's always comedic relief for the Raiders. Not so much for Murky.
But Murky is comedy.
There wasn't terribly much happening this chapter. It was very much a Murky is put into a new place, or not put in a new place. Murky is like acclimating to a new place. Actually, 2 new places because he gets kicked out of the hospital and into the bad place.
Into the mall.
Into the mall with the Raiders. It's like otherwise, like there's a short adventure outside the mall, but otherwise it's like just learning a new environment and having Protege look at your porn. That was important.
I did like. There was that part with Protege that I really quite liked, where Murky was like, arguing with him, and is like, well, what if she's right? And Protege's like, all right, and yeah, then she's right. Okay. He didn't really know how to respond to that.
Protege is interesting. Like, he is open-minded enough, but I'm not sure he's quite there yet.
I will say he's definitely high on my list of people who will probably become a major antagonist. Because like the master who just slaps around Murky, like yeah, no, that's yes an antagonist, but like that's not complex antagonist material. Protege is complex antagonist material.
I don't know. I think he might be swayed eventually, but it will take a lot of time, really. Like, I think he will eventually become a protagonist, or at least help in some way. Like, not protagonist, but will assist, like a secondary character. Not part of his crew, probably, but like,
Oh,
you know,
new recruit, possible love interest.
no, he's
Oh
not
boy.
gay.
But is he?
Murky's not.
Unless.
I definitely get some bi vibes off of Protege. Not gonna lie. It's the eyepiece. It's the accessorization. I'm jealous.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, it's the accessories.
Yeah.
he's the kind of smart intellectual bisexual type.
It is interesting how fast Protege swaps from the suave intellectual back into the role of asshole superior. Like the second that he realizes he's not gonna be able to coerce Murky to 100% agree with them, he's like, all right, well, I mean, you're still a slave, still gonna treat you like one.
Well, sucks to be Murky. But honestly, I don't really what's the word? That's not really something I have much of an issue with. Like this persona is something he puts on for the slavers because he ultimately doesn't care how his projects are achieved. Like if
Yeah, he's
Murphy's not gonna agree
kind
with
of a
him, he puts persona.
sociopath.
Yeah.
Lore check and lore throwback. What was Redeye's actual goal with Philadelphia to build a better future? I don't remember.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
With the goddess, basically.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, because I kind of thought towards the end there, his goal sort of devolved into just assimilate. Um,
I mean, he was supposed to be like the foil to Little Pip with I can't remember which corrupted element he was, but he was supposed to be like a corrupted element. Well, he does care. But the ends justify the means of doing it.
Yeah. Which, given that all of Philadelphia is the Pit DLC, that it kind of fits pretty much in line with in the overall like message of the Pit DLC of is this much suffering worth the quote unquote better future you're trying to build? Like, is it even really gonna work out?
yeah. That's
For
gonna be
wait,
fun fighting out.
quick
Hmm?
question: who's played the Pit DLC here outside of me?
I watched a YouTube video on it.
Interesting. Okay, so
I,
I'm
I, I'm more partial to Fallout New Vegas rather than Flea.
Interestingly, this is pretty so Philadelphia in the original story and in this story is pretty one-to-one with the DLC. People using auto axes, pulling apart steel, one like turbo. I in the Pit DLC, there's a turbo fucked area with these things called trogs, and you can go in there to collect little bits of loot to come back for rewards. The overall point of the DLC is that there is a special blend of like radioactive fog in Pittsburgh, and it's causing the whole trog ghoulification craziness thing. On the side,
oh,
Asher, the leader, basically the Redeye, Asher is trying to work at a cure. He's had a child who seems to have a beneficial mutation, and so he is working on synthesizing a cure from the baby. Also, my recollection might not be perfect. And some of the slaves, one of the leaders of the slave group, suggests a rebellion, and he tries to steal the baby to work on the cure himself because he doesn't trust Asher, who has been using raiders to not just like hoard whatever successful fruits of his research to himself. However, if you do help the slave guy overthrow the raiders, his lab is a lot more like dog shit and obvious that he doesn't really know what he's doing. So the DLC presents the question of, do you help everyone go free, but basically probably sacrifice the best chance of actually synthesizing your cure, or do you align with the basically a Nazi faction when they seem to be doing pretty good work towards researching a cure, but it'll be the Nazis controlling and distributing it.
Honestly, that reminds me of I think in World War II, the Nazis and I think also the Japanese did many experiments on humans, like medical experiments on humans that were all invaluable, but also horrifically unethical.
One
And like the U.S. I think paid to get the data from those experiments, if I remember correctly.
it may expand. It definitely expands outside the reach of this podcast, but a lot of that data was absolutely fucking useless too. It was like, what happens to a human when you freeze them and spray them with water until they die? Well, they die. It, a lot
No,
of
Yeah,
it
but
was
but
how
just
and at what point?
yeah, but just as a footnote there, a lot of it was basically pretty fucking useless.
So, Murky.
Murky.
Yeah,
Spray,
Murky.
spraying Murky with
Murky.
water will always be useful.
Yes, I fully
At
agree.
what
The
point
little
does a
Oh
bastard
yeah,
physicist die?
the during the parade, like they they encounter the mayor again. The what's her name? I still don't think she's named. And
orange hair.
yeah,
Orange hair.
Chainlink. She tries to stand up for him, and Chainlink basically tells him, if you're not going to beat your wife, I'm going to do it for you,
I
and then sends her
I
flying.
I fully expected him to just kill her there, and I'm actually kind of sad that he didn't, because that
No,
seemed
that's leverage.
Yeah,
that
they need the mayor
that
for work.
is fair to say, yeah, to use it as leverage, but like I feel like you can't insult a raider boss that directly and get away with it.
I will say, they did kind of explain it sort of towards the end of the chapter, where the master kind of talks to one of the raiders, and that his life is being a slaver. It's not being a raider. He's not gonna kill a slave because that means he can't enslave them anymore. His mindset is literally, he needs the slaves alive.
That's fair. You know what? He's found out what he was born to do. That's pretty good on him. A little bit of
Yeah,
self-reflection, meditation,
yeah,
a little bit of slaving.
yeah, yeah. It's all fine, all good.
If only Murky had known and had realized the same thought.
I mean, that was a strange My Little Pony episode when one of the ponies just got like a chain and whip, and, and all the other ponies around would be like, "Hey, wait a minute! Whoa, whoa, whoa! That's
Yeah,
what you're
that was
just
kind of
told to
weird.
do?"
Wouldn't have expected that.
I mean, don't they herd cows? And the cows talk?
Yeah, yeah, it's a little fucked up. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked
There,
up.
there
That is
is
a
an
very interesting point.
there is an interesting footnote to Fallout Equestria where all of the bad cutie marks seemed to have been brought about with the devastation and like corruption of the entire world. I
Yeah,
wonder. I wonder if Fallout Equestria ever alludes to like a pre-war, like somebody popping up one day and they have a gun as a cutie mark, or if that just really didn't start happening until everything went to shit.
maybe others, Celestia, they're just put into prison immediately. Like, we never see it, but like in the background of the show, there's just prisons filled with ponies who have undesirable cutie marks.
Oh no!
It's like, you have a
But
cutie mark in mass murder. Cool, you're going to prison for life.
oh, your key
Ac-
marks a skull. Kill that guy. Kill that guy now.
Actually, how long was the wall?
You mean
Uh,
in
well,
FOE?
Equestrian. Well, FOE does have a planned and consistent timeline. I just don't know it. So I pulled the wiki.
Because if the war waged on for like, I don't know, say 10 years, 15 years, some ponies would have been born into this state of chaos and war, which would have influenced their upbringing and therefore the cutie mark.
Mm.
Like imagine that ponies like they changed the Equestria's constitution to allow for to bear arms, like the Second Amendment, and then they realize, oh, these kids are really good at shooting.
Yeah. Then again, it's magic, so maybe the magic just anticipates what society needs, and during war, it just like magically there's bullet cutie
Oh,
marks, and now that there's raiders, there's murder and pillage cutie marks? Question mark.
I mean, I have seen the meme comic before where ponies are orcs from Warhammer 40k, and they can respond respond to external pressures collectively. So that would be interesting. The war caused ponies to start being born with cutie marks related to war, so that they could respond to the external pressure of zebra aggression.
I mean,
It's
honestly, that kind of tracks, though.
It
Fun
do kind of
fact.
track.
Fun fact: at times of war or great stress, more males are born than female humans.
Hmm.
So it does affect like everything.
What you're saying is we're works from Warhammer 40k.
Never played it.
I would like a sandwich. It's not working.
What?
Other thoughts about Murky Boo. He made his first goal. That was cute. I mean,
he made this what?
he met his first goal.
Oh yeah, the first goal. Yeah.
I
About the
enjoyed
zombie.
I enjoyed the bit where there was just a random bit on the radio about ghouls, which is a bit of foreshadowing, but
Oh yeah, good
you
point.
know, but you know from the games that he keeps on like Free Dog keeps on talking about ghouls all the time, so it doesn't alarm, like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, also fucking Fallout 3 is where you have Tenpenny Tower full of rich assholes and the ghouls. You can kind of convince the rich assholes to let the ghouls live in there, and the ghouls slaughter them all. So really, I don't think we can trust ghouls ever.
That's a good job. You're taking the message of this chapter to heart.
Yeah,
I will say, in the Fallout universe, if you find a corpse and it's not bones, it's probably a ghoul and you can't trust it. Like, there's no way that thing is being well preserved enough.
that's why you double tap always. No, I will point out in the chapter they like during one of the transmissions from DJ Pon 3, they definitely made the distinction between zombie ponies and ghoul ponies. I'm actually not sure if that is an actual distinction, unlike as in actual Fallout.
I believe, yeah, definitely. I mean, they have ghouls and they have ghouls. It mimics Fallout's shtick.
Ferals.
Yeah,
I mean,
ferals.
yes, definitely they do have feral ghouls, but what if they also have zombies? Because magic.
Oh, you
So we
mean
can
No,
like
it's
have
the
two types
same.
of zombies.
I think it's the
alien
same thing.
creatures?
Yeah, no, it's not the same thing.
I will. Interesting note when you said about double tapping. I want to put a countdown on the board for when Murky actually gets his first gun. It's kind of hard
There's a
to imagine.
countdown.
It's hard to imagine him having one. So I wonder if I mean he in 1 million words he has to get a gun at some point, right? Like somebody's gonna hand him a weapon and be like, "Here you go."
Nope. He
No,
gets
No
a large
guns.
pocket knife. No guns.
A little
he's gonna bring
rusty.
a knife to a slave fight.
And the knife is big enough to be considered a sword because he's so
I mean,
small.
this was our first slave fight, and he didn't even bring anything.
Yeah. Well, he brought a slave to the slave fight. Let's be fair. Himself.
I do like
But
that Brimstone just accidentally murked um the little slave with the door, and then just didn't even really realize. And he was like, "Hey, Murky, you alright?" Murky's like, "Behind you," and Brimstone just looks as the corpse falls over. He's like, okay."
Yeah. Obligatory mention of Flippy Bit. fantastic name.
Flippy Bit.
Would be bad.
Instantly dead.
Flippy Bit was deep in our hearts as a fan favorite OC before he was eliminated by 300 pounds of pure muscle and door.
Yeah, and Door.
Poor guy.
No,
Truly.
this isn't the Star Wars universe. Andor,
You sure?
Shush.
I win.
Oh,
What do you mean
They're-
you win?
they are going into a hospital. Wonder if they're gonna have the cute
Hmm.
little creatures from the FOE hospital. The centaurs.
Probably. The centaurs. I love those guys. Just so cuddly, you wanna just hug them. Right?
You first.
I mean, we're already in Ponyland. Might as well go for centaurs.
Pretty sure they don't look too different from the Fallout ones.
Hmm.
Be really funny if one of the ponies was just described as a horse. You know, this god awful mutation, this disgusting looking abomination. Just a horse.
What if they're bipedal?
Oh god, that's terrifying.
Yeah. It's just the mutation is that they're not centaurs, they're actually just bipedal ponies. It's hard. Forbidden. Unheard of.
Looking ahead just a tiny bit with a little bit of spoilers.
Hey,
I think next chapter is where we stopped in the first incarnation of this podcast.
chapter 6 was the one, yeah.
So
Ooh, that means we're getting farther then.
Did we get through chapter 6? Like, did we read chapter 6 and do that one, or
We
did we
read
stop
we-
before it?
we
we
read
read
it.
chapter 6, but then didn't record.
Yeah,
Oh.
because I lost a podcast episode and that sucked bigly.
Hmm.
Yeah, but
Now we've lost another podcast episode, but we've powered through it with the power of friendship.
I
Yeah,
swear,
see-
if another one disappears, I will kill you.
There's 3 of us recording. It would take like a cat if that would be like a cataclysmic event.
I don't know. Everything
But,
could happen.
Looking ahead,
I thought
sorry,
OBS was a cataclysm.
yeah, it's a chaos machine, chaos monkey. Looking ahead a little
No.
bit. So it's not necessarily spoilers because Murky's on the team that goes into vaults and recovers things.
Mhm.
Soon
Yeah,
we're
he's
gonna
been
have
assigned to that.
We're soon gonna have a little vault expedition, and I'm looking forward to it because I don't think I
Ooh.
actually finished that chapter last time.
You must have. We did a chapter we lost. Or was recorded badly, I don't remember.
Well, I don't think they got all the way through the stable.
Yeah.
I'll spoil. We're definitely in spoiler territory.
Hmm.
I apologize to our listeners. If you're listening
Well, I
to
mean,
the
I
Monkey
have
Number 7
no
podcast,
idea.
if you're listening to a
forgot-
podcast reviewing a fan fiction of a fan fiction and you haven't read that fan fiction, I want to talk to you. Who are you? How do you work? How does your brain work?
No, maybe they're reading chapter by chapter alongside with us. And also, there's Icy who hasn't read it yet.
I
That
have
is
read it.
true.
No, wait, you read everything?
Yeah.
You read all
Up
of
to
Monkey
chapter
Number
4.
7?
Up to
Oh,
chapter 4.
okay.
No, we were talking about like spoiler territory, chapter
think-
5 and 6.
I think Chewy
Yeah,
has
don't
read all
spoil
of
it.
Murky Number 7, but I don't remember. Maybe it was Project Horizons.
No, they said they didn't read all of Murky yet, but they are reading ahead.
Bad bastard.
Hmm.
And he happened to get eaten by
Yeah, that's where the
ghouls this
spoilers come
episode.
from most of the time.
Okay, so other closing thoughts, I guess. We got through this pretty fast. Though on it, like as Icy said, this was pretty straightforward chapter. He gets no place. He gets sprayed with water. He talks to Protege, but it crawls around some ducks. I will.
So number 6 got a name. Have we even mentioned that?
Oh,
Who cares?
yeah. Flufflepuff. I did not expect it, but I think it does fit.
It's the perfect name.
At what point? At what point are you naming your child like, oh yes, this is little Brimstone, and like you're kind of just giving them a path in life, right? To be a 2-ton killing machine.
Yes.
I mean, so I'm not sure if it's canonical, but people change names, right?
Yeah,
Like
people sometimes change names, I guess.
if
feel
we
like
if we
illegal.
veer off course for a second, and there
Oh
is
no.
Project Horizon's Blackjack is originally known as Go Fish. I think even Little Pip was Pipsqueak, no?
I feel like the offices where you submit the paperwork for a name change don't
Oh,
exist
burnt
anymore.
down.
We did. That we got a really interesting tidbit in the original FOE. I think they said that Ponyville was recently taken over by raiders, and in this
Yeah,
one we got a little bit of fan canon where it's Brimstone's orders that did it, or he was there.
I think it was his orders, if I remember correctly.
Interesting.
I think it's just tie Murky number 7 closer to FOE, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think it has any relevance on the current plot.
The
I
other
think.
thing is like,
Go
well,
ahead.
on the subject of names, to derail and go back, I think Brimstone was a raider, and they probably earned their name more or less.
Oh fuck! He fed one guy to the forge.
That makes sense.
Raised by the
Or he
forge.
stank, and then
Massive farts.
yeah, and then he got big and strong enough to to beat people for saying that. So they called him Brimstone instead.
That's canon in my opinion.
His new name, I bequeath his new name as Brapstone.
Crap.
Oh God.
Crap.
Oh no.
Look, it's episode 3. We gotta derail, or we have to very quickly go down in quality to get everyone to stop listening.
Yeah, otherwise, what's the point even?
Oh, so we're in that phase of being a podcast.
It reminds me, I need to get our fabulous host of the YouTube channel to post these episodes so I can link them to Fuzzy and get him to listen to our reviews.
Why would you
He's a
subject him to
he's
this?
he's a really nice stand-up guy. I attended his he did a panel at a recent GalaCon, which we were able to go to, and it was actually a fantastic panel. It's on YouTube. Check it out if anyone's listening to this.
Oh, I
Well,
think I was at that
Put
panel too.
oh
put
wait,
in the
you were at that
description.
panel too? Like
Yeah, just by
we were in the same
coincidence.
room? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
possibly.
That's insane.
Crazy.
Small world.
Absolutely crazy. Small
I mean,
world.
Germany's like 2 cities, right?
Yeah, basically, it's Bielefeld in Berlin.
I heard a tale about that once.
Yeah, yeah, that might be true. So it might just be one city, really. Uh,
All right, Murky thought.
the issue is there wasn't a lot that went on. Like,
No, not too much.
it,
Next chapter is
like,
juicy. Next chapter is juiced. I remember it.
yeah,
But Brimstone has a heart. He's trying to redeem himself. He's found this person that he wants to take
No,
care of.
nobody cares about that. Yeah, nobody gives a fuck. Yeah.
Okay,
okay.
fair enough.
The Glimmerlight or whoever she's called is probably gonna die anyway, so I don't care.
Oh,
She's gonna
uh,
fucking work. She's
I
gonna get
am.
murky.
I think Fuzzy does do the Brando Sando tried and true patented method of every character gets a character arc. I really hope that Brimstone's redemption isn't like him dying.
Oh, you know it's gonna be. He's gonna die to save someone.
Yeah, in some stupid way.
Well, we gotta read and see, I guess. Or wait and read. Whichever one.
Yeah. We'll find out soon. Maybe.
Soon is of doing a lot of the heavy lifting here.
We'll find out soon, unless we don't.
Unless we don't, indeed.
All right. Um, we did get introduced to a new character, Glimmer, Shimmer
Glimmerlight?
something.
Glimmerlight,
Flippy bit.
the
Sunshine
fucking
Glimmer.
Star
Flippy
Glimmer
bit, yeah.
ripoff.
Flippy Bit. God, I
Flippy
love
Bit.
Flippy Bit.
We all
I
love
mean,
Flippy Bit.
Flippy Bit's my man, right? So he walks up, he's like, "Ah, don't I recognize you?" He's like, "Hey, wait, you're black," and then he immediately starts trying to kill him. Like that's just, sorry. Oh wait, you're a Pegasus, and he immediately starts trying to kill him. That's some efficient like racism there. That's just no
Yeah.
holds barred. My little man, he's covered in rad sores, beat up, and he's like, "Wait a minute, you're smaller than me." Death. I thought he was just gonna
Awesome.
rob him because Flippy
Yeah,
Bit's
me
like,
too.
"Yeah, you got a nice barding there, bro. You got a nice little." Got a cute little flank there. And slaps him on the butt. And like, I'm gonna take that from you, thanks.
Bad. At least he has his priority straight.
What do you mean straight?
What do you mean
I didn't
straight?
see no
No,
straight.
no.
But my
Bad.
man was ready to go. He just pulls out a stupid like fucking shiv and was like, "All right, death to Pegasi." I actually,
Yeah.
I will say, maybe trying to refocus into a sensible podcast layout. Things we disliked. I don't like just how. So like every character so far is a little bit of a two-sided. Like Murky's a weak little piece of shit, but he's kind of like finding that he has a kernel of resistance in him. Like Brimstone's, big evil raider, but he's some part of him is willing to change, even though half of him is still terrorist.
Yeah.
And the master, I mean, like Protege's, evil, but he kind of explains his philosophy that he wants for a better world. The master's just a dick. Like, where's the good in the master? My guy's just like, yeah, I'm gonna just torture this thing. I existed to torture.
Well, there's not supposed to be good in him because some people are like that.
You got me there.
That's the moral of the master. Is
Will
there's
Murky,
always that guy.
will Murky get to
Racism is
kill
good.
him?
Murky what?
Will Murky get to kill him?
No, but Murky
Um,
might get someone else to.
yeah.
Hmm.
He will
Brimstone and the
probably get marked
master,
for his evils.
Brimstone and the master, like you put in a room or something.
Possibly.
I think, given the chance,
Or it could
he
be named.
might just not forgive, but let him go.
Maybe.
I don't think Milky can really kill someone on purpose.
I feel like so kind of unmemeing the Murky gets a gun question. I feel like at some point I mean even this chapter he was like, "Am I really gonna steal from this dead pony?" And in the original FOE, Little Pip was supposed to be maybe a virtue before. Spoilers for FOE. At the very end, she gets told you were supposed to be a virtue, but you're way too fucking corrupted. Like you are too impure.
Yeah.
No,
Murky,
no, 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 no.
no.
Watcher, also known as Spike, thought she might be a virtue, but no, she wasn't a virtue. She wasn't an element, not a virtue, an element.
So with Glimmerlight being, at least from all we have is Brimstone's perspective so far, with Glimmerlight being this virtuous pony, I feel like Murky is going to have to resort to some unseemly things to live, and I can almost just imagine like a disappointing moment where Glimmerlight's like, "I thought better of you," or "I thought
Better, they
Yeah.
just met.
I'm spitballing here. We got 50 chapters."
20 something, no? 30 something?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, 3,000 chapters.
Oh,
If
God.
chapter 7's not called number 7, I'm rioting. It's not just called Murky. Wait,
The Merc chapter.
let me open my book. Oh no, it's not called Murky. No.
No. How could
Oh,
they have done this to us?
actually, here's an idea. One thing that we should do, maybe I'll go back and do it, is compiling all of the perks It was I did this in the original when I was reading FOE for like the second or third time. I did start to keep a list of the perks that they said that she gained every chapter to see if they ever are actually like used. Murky gained low light level perception this chapter.
Dark vision.
Yeah.
So I've been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate recently. Characters with dark vision can see up to 12 meters ahead without needing a light source.
What's a meter?
Something you should use.
Yeah, you're in metric country. You should be using that. Let's be fair.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
I'm at the very least we know it's not Fallout New Vegas styled perk gains because he's getting one every chapter. Also, my man is getting a level every chapter, so he's power leveling. He's kind of busted. His stat scaling either has to be like dog shit, or Murky's gonna be a little one-man powerhouse here soon.
No, it's power leveled based like XP scaling. So it's because he's like level minus 30. He gets an XP bonus, so he can level up even for just interacting with an NPC that's considered hostile.
What is it?
Yeah,
He
actually.
started.
Oh
He's a Dark
no!
Souls 2 character that started without a name, so he started at level negative or minus 47 or something.
So
Yeah.
so wait. I was about to ask, how did he gain XP? So he was just sprayed with water and then beating the shit out of him. He didn't get XP from that. He snuck in the air ducts above the master, and that's like mega XP gain in Bethesda games. Like
Yeah,
right? Like sneaking
like
nearby back and forth. Yeah. He was wiggling up
yeah, he
there.
was at an event with them nearby for like a solid 5 minutes. That's at least 3 XP.
My man's power leveling in the air ducts.
Also he has Brimstone in his party, which he does all the hard work and he gets
Oh
partial
yeah.
XP as well.
Yeah, Brimstone, like he just sees a 10 XP pop up every hour or so. Brimstone killed another raider. He's getting shared party XP. Oh god. It doesn't have the cap where you have to do like some percent of damage. Yeah, it's busted.
That's very busted, yeah.
Isn't there's like a style of webcomic for this that are like half video game, half story? A friend of mine,
Homestuck.
yeah, like that. A friend of mine really likes those. This is kind of the Fallout fanfics are kind of it in a little bit of a way with the meta perk gains and XP gains.
Yeah.
And even FOE alluded to even had the special stat increments from bobblehead.
I'd buy some Luna bobbleheads.
You don't have enough caps.
I will have the cups. I will collect the cups. I will have the cups. Nothing can stop me.
All right. We're kind of rambling. Closing thought.
I
Yeah.
enjoyed
So you also
Protege.
Sorry.
I do not care for whatever the name is, and I hope Murky survives and at least gets some form of health.
Actually, Murky dies by chapter 12, and it's Brimstone's perspective for the rest of the book.
Oh, nice. Okay, I'll take that.
Well, yeah, you know what? I can actually settle for that.
He's just kind of carrying around Murky's body like a limp rubber chicken.
Yeah.
What is it? I can't carry the ring, but I can carry you.
Yeah.
I mean, the pit buck doesn't close fully around his huge arm, so
So he just wraps Murky around his arm.
Yeah, just wears Murky like a scarf. I'm Brimstone. This is my radio.
It's the newest innovation in artificial intelligence guided pip bucks.
That's just the right amount of demented that I would love. I did. Here's a quick little poll. So, I mean, the morals here are pretty like straightforward, but
racism is good.
do you
Yes.
feel that Protege is justified? Like, let's say this incomprehensible amount of suffering that Philadelphia is actually has somewhat of a decent shot, ignoring the events of FOE. Let's say it had a decent shot at maybe remaking a bit of society. Would you think it's justified or no?
The ends don't justify the means. People should volunteer rather than be enslaved.
So, I mean, let's see.
Because a big part of this is
There,
obviously going to be the philosophy, because every protege seen so far has been just arguing and talking about it. But
It's
sorry to cut you off.
it's
no,
very sorry.
well, it's just like every empire that has ever existed was founded on, something very similar. It was conquest, it was capture, you know, it was generally the backs of slave labor that founded every empire that has ever existed. Um, you know, to some degree, like
Mm-hmm.
even if it's just a peasant caste, that's being lorded over by a nobility, it's still, the thankless hordes of people who are, toiling away their entire lives and getting almost nothing for it to build up, you know, what comes after. And it's like, is it justified? I don't think it's ever truly justified, but it works and it allows people to leave behind something better than what they had.
And
And so it's like, from that perspective, it's like you don't always sign up for it, but you don't always get a choice either.
the sad part is too, we know kind of the end of Philadelphia. We know that it just doesn't really end as a successful project. And
Hmm.
even Little Pip's all of her sacrifice is kind of like slightly tipping the scales for the better by the end of FOE. Sorry, spoilers.
Oh no, you have been spoiling me.
I wonder. I really hope that Murky's story just doesn't end with him with Philadelphia being destroyed. I am curious because Protege. How do I say this? Protege seems like a little bit naive. He seems so philosophically addled by just sitting around reading
Yeah.
books all day. The luxury. He's like, "You're going on a little quest, Murky Boo." Like, it's like, bro, people are being
Yeah.
sacrificed
People
for
are,
the forge out here.
yeah, dying, and, they will remember that. The people will remember that, and it's going to affect them, like sort of the culture that they live by, or at least the way they treat one another, the divide between, the working class and the ruling class, etc., etc. Um, Philadelphia really sets itself up for some major failures, which,
Yeah.
most fledgling empires do. Most of the time they either don't or won't, work to unite the upper end classes and the lower end classes, but that divide just leads to infighting and then things falling apart and
and
issues.
and so from a zooming out from like a meta perspective, Protege, this privileged rich kid, hears about a minority and he's like, "I'm gonna adopt him. I got a quest for you. I've got big plans."
Quite literally.
Actually, if I may interject for a second, you said
Yeah.
that we already know how Philadelphia ends, but I forgot what the author's name is. I'm sorry, but the author didn't know because he started writing it in 2012, and
Oh,
according to
she
film
K-Cat.
fiction, the story, the Fall Equestria, ended in 2013.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Murky started before FOE ended.
Yeah,
That and
Um,
actually, question mark, does that fucking suck? Like, you've drafted up notes for how the story goes, and you're kind of learning what the canon is and having to adapt to writing that as the other author is writing. That had to be an interesting process.
well, I think that kind of made it fun. Like,
Yeah.
um, Philadelphia wasn't really explored in depth in FOE. There was a pretty substantial jaunt through it, but as far as like really fleshing it out, it was kind of left to the imagination, and I think that's what Murky does, is, you know, sort of dig deep into that one specific spot.
Food for thought.
So I would say we have 22 chapters until like the story, like the last chapter was released before the story before Fall the Quest officially ended, was Just Downstairs Part 1, but there's also Just Downstairs Part 2, which was released on the 11th of November 2013. And then we have like 10 or more, 10, 20 more chapters to go after the end. So there's a like half of the story is basically written during the original story. That's a lot.
But yeah. I had a thought, but I think I lost it.
Sorry. Can you
I was-
No, you're
look
fine.
between the cushions?
Between the cushions.
Yeah, that's where you lose thoughts like your 2 cents. Come on, that
I'm
was
gonna have to
good.
go to a hole.
That was fucking good. Come on.
I mean, for somebody who doesn't spend any real time on couches, like,
Who uses change anymore?
That was good. Admit it.
What are you gonna do? Spray me with water?
2 cents? Why would you
Spray
expect me
with
to have
water.
2 cents? The only sense I have is nonsense. Thank you very much.
Okay, stand
Oh.
corrected.
What fun is there in making sense?
That's a line from something, but I don't remember it.
Discord,
Literally
season 2.
Discord.
Oh.
I quoted it 3 billion times at a friend of mine, so whenever he hears me start to begin quoting it, he puts on a certain kind of face.
That's the face I want to see.
The face of, I'm probably gonna kill you one day.
Oh no.
That's what friends are for.
That is what friends
Yes.
are for. Alright. Well, I think that about wraps it up, unless anyone's got one last thought they want to squeeze in.
No, I think we managed to derail it for about twice the runtime, so it's good.
Yeah,
halfway
this
halfway
chapter is
through-
just terribly short.
Halfway through, we could switch to being a Brandon Sanderson podcast. That'd be really funny.
Yay.
Pull a faster one.
I wonder how much of that I could do from memory. Is it the whole Cosmere, or is it just like one specific corner of it?
We'll choose a new book every podcast, and we'll never run out of episodes by the time at the rate that man produces books.
True.
I mean, so I've read, I want to say everything that's out, save the White Sands stuff, because the, comics. But
Alright, well, thank you all for listening, and I hope you all join us in 2 weeks from now for the next chapter. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
boy.
So long.
And